Is he gonna come me now? Interesting she said the Stellar Hunters of the time, which would allude that it's not the current Stellar Hunters. So maybe she had a previous gang before Blade and Sam and Silverwolf popped up. Okay, there we go. Did I think I've completed everything here? So there. Oh yeah, I've done pure fiction too. But I have to do this. Hello there. How's it going? Having a good day? Just finished up the. Let's see. That's kind of useful. I think this is probably. Oh yeah, yeah. Ah, I see. Yeah, I already did. I already did the memory chaos and apocalyptic shadow, but I haven't done the new pure fiction yet. Okay, which one of these is good? Uh, let's see. This is kind of good, especially because the last boss seems like he's going to be weak to my Aglaya team, so that would be useful. Oh, I see. So not like the recycling one, not the one that gets reset every 6 weeks, but like the ones leading up into it. Yeah, you'll eventually you'll clear it. You don't have to worry too much about that. At the very least. Oops. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I mean the weekly ones or the rotating ones. I mean, it's still a matter. Like you'll eventually do it, simply because I bet it's probably because you just don't have your characters built properly, like or like not necessarily properly, but you're probably just not like max level, and you just like don't have all the uh, defense or I don't really need HP restoration, so I guess defense. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. There we go. That Castros is kind of tricky. It depends on the fight. It really helps when they're weak to what you have, and then the Castros kind of works obviously best. Like um, if you have, are they weak to quantum? Because like Castros is good, but like realistically, if you're especially in Memory of Chaos, where time kind of matters, then you should try to stick to something that they're weak against. So whatever the boss is weak to, try to get a team around that. Either that, or if you have Silver Wolf, you can implant a quantum weakness in the enemy. That could also be doable. But realistically, especially when you don't have like an amazing team, uh, and especially if really for Memory of Chaos, this matters the most. Is that you? That's going to be kind of tough then. I mean, technically, I guess if you have an Oxa can also implant quantum weakness. God damn it! It's annoying when I don't win. Uh, then I would just say don't use Castros. Like Castros is strong, but you also kind of want to have good like supports. Like if you have like what's her name? If you have Hysene, that's super helpful. Castros and Archer, no. Well, I mean, I guess they're not totally bad, but like Hysene increasing max HP increases the damage of Castros, so that's super useful. Um, Also, if you have Tribby, that's kind of helpful. Basically, if your Castros is not doing enough damage, because like that's the problem is when you're not going against if you're not benefiting from the type weaknesses, then you really need to buff the fuck out of them. Trivia's helpful. Yeah, Tribute will definitely be useful because you get that damage buff. Obviously, High Scene and Tribute will work very, very well together because she increases the HP of all characters, and both Tribby and you're saying you had Archer in the team too? Like, which enemy is it? What's the boss enemy for that? I already did this one, right? Oh, Kafka. Okay, so Kafka, I think what is wind, imaginary, and physical. I think is her weakness. Kafka is kind of a weird one, especially because she does the domination stuff. So you really want a character who can uh, uh secure will be guess this maybe. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. You really really need to against Kafka especially. You really really need someone who can um, cure. So in that regard, Ho Ho is actually really good because you automatic like just when your turn happens to appear, you automatically cure them. Her skill will also dispel. That's it. You need someone who can dispel. So Ho Ho is really good because she auto dispels a certain number of times per turn. Also, when you do her skill, it'll dispel. Um, uh, let's see. I don't know if he dispels. I think Locha dispels. Natasha also dispels. I think her no, wait, no, Natasha doesn't. It's Lynx who does. No, no. I think Natasha's skill dispels, and Lynx's burst dis. Where's Lynx? Yeah, Lynx's ultimate will dispel. The problem with Lynx is it's really hard to get her ultimate up, and Kafka does it a lot. So realistically, you want someone who can dispel on their turn, and Ho Ho is like the best option. Um, I think Hysine also dispels. I think I forget. Um, but yeah, Kafka is really tough because of that. Because you need all your characters alive and not like attacking yourself, obviously. So so I would say bring on Lingsha. I mean, she's not super. She's not. She's not really the best. Does she even dispel? I don't think. I can't remember if her stuff has dispel on it. So any of these. Da, 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 da. Dispels one. Okay, so her little bunny does dispel. The problem, of course, is it doesn't get triggered every time. Um, yeah, well, I guess it's when her bunny goes. So I guess you could use her burst to get the bunny to appear immediately and attack because I believe that you can get that dispel. It's kind of finicky. I mean, realistically, also if you take too much damage, it'll be triggered. But it's kind of one of those tough ones where it's like it is semi-random, where it's like the burst will 100% call it, and you can use your skill to bring it forward first. I don't know. Archer in general is a tough. So you doing Castris, Lingsha, Archer, and Sparkle? Because if you don't have Sparkle and Archer, that's a really Archer is really rough to use without Sparkle because you to get max damage from Archer. Oh, to get max damage from Archer, you need to basically use his skill 3 times in a row, which means you need 6 skill points, which means you need people who can regenerate skill points or keep the cap of skill points super high. So he's pretty finicky, but if you have a good team, I mean, realistically, I think you'll eventually do it. You just need more built characters, and just as you progress through as you progress, get new characters, all that shit. You'll eventually get to the point where you're gonna have some good shit. Uh, Yeah, sure. Let's go. Okay. Good shit. Whatever. Let's do that. Let's see.
かかった魚はいるか痛い
And obviously, as you get more and more characters, it's like Linksha is kind
い
of
い余興になりそうだ
Linksha is kind of best in
記憶
a
や移ろい音のない皆様で
in
終
a
わり
break
なき
team.
深
So
淵を迎え
if
ます
you're doing super break and stuff like that, anything that triggers break effect, Link that's
ちゃ
kind
ん
of
と
where
立ち
Linksha
な
is the
さい
best at.
この宴酔いしれるまで落ち着いて
Okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Uh, no my sprites. I guess I'll do this, I guess. Ooh, that's actually really good. Yeah, I mean, you could try, and if you can get a good team together, but I mean, Archer's pretty picky. Like Archer's a picky one. It's hard to get. Like you need to have a pretty well built Archer team because you need to basically have a team that can supply him with skill points. That's why Sparkle is so good. Not only does Sparkle increase the total number of skills you can have, so I think Archer does that too. I think he increases the max skill points by like two. I think. So with Sparkle, you have a nine skill point ceiling, which means if you keep if you have really skill positive supports, you can have a huge supply, and you can have Archer do his three attacks back to back, and then continue on. Let's see. Okay, so that's a good one. I don't have any air addition. I don't have any fire, so let's just do that one. He is, but he's also just he's really finicky. You need to have really good supports with him because like he's your main damage dealer, so you want to make sure and it's kind of tricky to deal with because he's your main damage dealer. So Sparkle is really good because her burst, her ultimate will give back skill points. So it's a great way so that Archer can just keep going back to back to back to back using skill, and then moving on skill. So like that's why Sparkle is so helpful for him because not only is she a good Harmony support and can action advance him, increases crit rate, provides skill points to the entire team, increases the skill cap. Like that's how you can like maximize his damage. And then of course having him built well. I don't think mine is built that well. I haven't finished building him yet. I mean, I say that because 83% crit damage. Holy shit. Oh, well, yeah, because he's gotten buffs. Wait, I did not have that level, Max? Oh, yeah, I give him the quantum set. So, yeah, like, you just need good team members. Like, so Tribby's, well, I don't know. Because, like, you need, so, like, so having Sparkle, also having Hanya is actually really good because she can also provide bonus skill points and she can increase attack and speed, which is always going to be good for Archer. So Hanya and Hanya, Sparkle, and then probably need some sort of. Uh, you could get having Fushuan's bonus crit rate is really helpful. So her trace with her field up gives let's see, here it is. Yeah, increases crit rate by 12%. So increasing crit rate's nice. Um, yeah, honestly, Lingsha's not super helpful for him. Lingsha doesn't really provide any good buff, and yeah, for her, she's pretty skill point positive. So you could do something like that. But realistically, you kind of want a good. Actually, if you got Serdra, I think she's pretty good too. Basically, yeah, you just kind of Sparkle's kind of necessary to do really well with Archer, simply because you know if you want to maximize his skill damage, you need to do it 3 times, and that's 2 skill points each. So you need six skill points. So maintaining 6 skill points every time his turn comes up is a tall order. But yeah, Hanya is incredibly SP positive. Sparkle, not really. Um, Simply because you kind of want to do her skill, which means that's going to take up things. Her buff does last for a few turns, so it's not the worst. So you can just do basic attacks for the rest of it. But the fact that her burst does get skill points is incredibly helpful. And then she's pretty skill point positive. But then again, there are others. Like, he does a vulnerability and crit damage. Like, this could be kind of helpful, but like, it depends. But yeah, Archer's kind of picky. Like, it's great that he's free, and he just needs good supports. Like, there are some characters like Castros. It's generally you can kind of just use her without supports for the most part because she is just really strong by herself. But obviously, you'd kind of want to have good team members as well. So, like, if you can get her with Hysene, who can boost max HP, that pairs well with Tribby. So Tribby, Hysene, and Castros all are great together because they're all HP scaling characters, and Hysene can boost max HP of characters. So, like, that's really helpful. You could also use Hysene, Fushuan, and Tribby as well, because Fushuan also does boost, I mean, as we just saw, max HP, I believe, the skill. Um, yeah, not crazy amount, 6% of her max. I think Hysene's does a much better job at it. So sure is. Oh, I haven't leveled her up yet. Shit. Uh, what is this? Yeah, it increases all allies' HP. Now, it increases them by their max HP, but obviously, if you have HP scaling characters, that will be super great. So, could level that up. Anyway, yeah, it depends. Like, there are like if you got Saber would be pretty good against Kafka because she's weak to wind. If you got let's see, Blade is kind of good because but I mean, regardless, against Kafka, you want to make sure you have at least one dispeller, and ideally, you want to be able to dispel on command. Like that's what you really need against Kafka is a character who can dispel with either their skill or just naturally. Because I think Ho-Ho just does it naturally. Oh yeah. Like I wouldn't like bash your head against the wall or anything like that. I would just like try it a few times. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you know, level up your characters a little more. Maybe level up some extra supports. Because like, yeah. See, when Provision is triggered, just heal an ally, dispel one debuff from that ally. But Divine Provision is every time their turn comes up or when they use their ultimate, they get a little health back, and also the spells. So basically, whenever if an ally gets afflicted by a debuff, just when their turn comes up, it gets dispelled automatically. Now it's one per trigger, which can be tough because if it's not, but I think the domination one is usually the one prioritized above other ones. So yeah, Ho-Ho is really good against Kafka because she can just dispel really easily. Triggering ultimates or just having their turn pop up will do it. And her skill also dispels. So even if it's like you see they're about to get turned, and you're like, oh shit, they're about to get turned, but they can't use their ultimate, and their turn's not going to come up before then to get dispelled. She can just do her skill to dispel as well. So it's like she has so many ways. Like an ally can dispel themselves by having their turn pop up, choosing to use their ultimate, or Ho-Ho herself can just do it manually. So like she's a really good dispeller. She's the best dispeller in the game, I believe. I think there are a few I think I think Adventurine has the ability to resist. Um, like your effect res can be high enough to actually resist it. I don't know if you can resist domination. I think it might be one of those things that bypasses it, but it's hard to say because you don't know what status ailment. But yeah, eventually it's just to the point where it's like you have a good team that meshes well together. And generally, it's around like some good attackers, or you can just like brute force it. But obviously, that's kind of hard to do if you don't. It's like if you just don't have the characters for it. But there's no harm, no foul. Like, eventually, you'll get it. And also, like, I'm not sure. Like, you're doing the last one. I don't know if you're like, are you max level? Like, are your characters all level 80? Because that's the other thing too. Is that like you, once you get higher trailblaze levels, you'll be able
願
to,
いましょう。
you'll get to level 80, and obviously have an easier time against easier stuff. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, getting it depends on what. Like, realistically, getting all of them up to at level 80 will help. Um, simply because crit damage. Let's get that. Um, I don't need that. Increases their damage taken. That's a good one. Uh, but yeah, getting your supports up will help because some of them, like, and that's the other thing too about like some of how you build them. Like, if you had like Sparkle as an example, like when you're dealing with Sparkle, like her buff as is dependent on her skill buffs a percentage of herself. So like if you don't have the maxed out now, like for crit damage and crit rate, like usually that's purely dependent on relics. But yeah, I mean presumably you've been like mostly focusing on leveling your main character. So like having your supports with good relics and good relic sets, so that when they provide a buff, they provide a really good buff. Will definitely help. No, my contemplation did. So how do I do all my contemplating? But yeah, I mean, that's basically kind of how I do it too. It's like I give it a shot, I give it a few shots. I might like fiddle around with the party comp, I mean, it's Lingsha's kind of a tough one because like she's generally kind of designed for like the Super Breaks team, so she's designed for like working with Rappa or Sam or Firefly for Super Break. So like she's kind of more around that. She's just a 5-star version of Gallagher. Although weirdly enough, Gallagher seems to be more popular because of other shit he does. Because of the fact that he applies a debuff, it gets easier. So she's kind of designed for those teams. But yeah, if you can at some later point, obviously Hysine is a good pick. She's really SP positive, does a lot of damage, and boosting HP means it helps any sort of people who do have HP scaling. Ho Ho is still pretty good. Like I still use her a lot, and you know, even though she is pretty old, like she's a character who's over a year old. She still has some usage because like her burst gives energy back, which is good. Like yeah, who doesn't need energy, right? So the fact that her burst gives energy, she dispels really easily. Once you apply her skill, you can then just do basic attacks. So she's relatively SP positive. Basically, you have to use her. You have if you don't put any, if you don't get any constellations for her, you do need. She's basically SP neutral, really, because you do her skill every other turn. So it's skill, basic attack. So, but if you can get her to like idle on 1 or 2, I forget what it was. You don't. She does. She actually becomes SP positive because you only have to apply her skill once every 3 turns. So you can do basic attack 2 of those turns, and a skill using 1 for the next one. But obviously, like, let's see. 1 Curio, 3 Curio to be lost. Oh, I see. It's this. Generally, I do too. There are some times where like the utility of a character is so good that I really want. Like, I got Iceland's, I got her constellations because I remember liking dot teams for ages. Like I used dot teams for the first simulated universe. Like dot was just so powerful in the original simulated universes, and then just dots kind of fell off, and they were just so weak, and other things were just over outclassing them. And so when Iceland's comes out, and she's like, "Oh yeah, she reinvigorates dot teams," and the fact that our like Eidolons are just like insanely good, where it's just like, yeah, we're just going to have her the buffs that apply to her apply to the entire party, or just other things where it's like just soups up your entire dot team. And the cool thing about that is that like on your dot teams, you're usually like bringing out 3 dot characters as well as just a support. So the fact that the fact that you're buffing the entire team actually helps. It's like there are there are other characters who are like, oh, this benefits the entire team, but like their main purpose is to have like the main teams that they're good for is like 1 main DPS and then like 3 supports and healing and stuff like that. Where it's like, well, it doesn't really matter if you buff the entire team because only one of them is really doing damage, and that's why like Hysine is kind of super useful when because she buffs max HP and like there are HP scaling characters for both support and DPS. So boosting max HP helps increase damage for both support, like damage and healing for both support and damage for the DPS characters. So that is super useful. Oh fuck! I lost. That's bullshit. I lost a 30%. I should have done on the curios first then. Fuck. I lost a 3-star one too. That is unfortunate. Honestly, I need blessings because I just lost 3 of them. It'd be nice. I wouldn't mind losing up a shitload of health to get a ton of cosmic fragments, but I need more. Let's see. Okay, I want that one. Yeah. Oh man, I was gonna lose my health anyway. Fuck. I should have done the health one. Uh, Screw it. Let's just do that. Let's. Oh, refreshed everything. Whoops. Okay, let's just swap to my. We're gonna do my remembrance team. Let's swap to. Honestly, I could swap. I could actually use my Sunday. Oh, it actually lowers the HP. Oh man, so I can't cheat like I used to before. And then tribute, right? I think it's this. I think yeah, I think that's my. Honestly, I could probably swap her out for Sunday. But okay, let's just do this.
遭遇した以上
Oh, that's the only one I have? Shit, it's not great. Okay, let's get more obsession stack.
遭遇した以上引くわけにはいきません行く先を照らして禍根を断ちますこれが維心伝心ってやつ私を信じて私たちに不可能はないミューンいけドカーン全ての意図私たちの運命が絡み合うさあ行くぞーやったねいや近距離はカンパされるあなたも心を開いてください日向ぼっこしましょう休憩終わり
God damn. Damn.
遭遇した以上引くわけにはいきません。
もう忘れたの？このかすかな光、影も雲も押しのけて晴れ渡る空をもたらしてくれますように。さあ行くぞー。やったね。これが維心伝心ってやつ。あんたに決めた。ミュン。
正直になった方がお互いのためです。緊張で呼吸が乱れ虚飾に過ぎません。全ての糸は私たちの運命が絡み合う。
いけードッカーン。課長かちら。せーの。西風に乗って出発。耳を塞いで。
大丈夫です。
もう忘れたの？
虚偽は看破される。
私を信じて。私たちに不可能はなーい。ミューン。さあ行くぞー。やったね。そろそろ使いま。せーの。西風に乗って出発。今の見てて。
大丈夫です。
There we go.
「港に停泊する一時は泡のように儚くどこか懐かしい」。
Oh shit, 5 star. How close was it? Oh shit. Wait, is that her card? Let's say that. Actually, because that's the thing is, I don't think I have actually Violets. It's funny that I got her card and not her. I mean, it wouldn't really matter because like she's not super good. Like she's not a great healer. It's unfortunate because the problem is she doesn't have a dispel at all. So it's like she's an okay like pure healer, but like without a dispel, There just ended up being so many enemies that like that you kind of some that you absolutely needed it for. Like Kafka is like you had to have a dispel. Um, so it sucked when you didn't have one. Okay, so I already have one of those. Let's see. Uh, I think I leveled up one of these before. Yeah. Oh, my Lynx has it. So I'll unlock one of them and then just improve this one. There we go. Anyway, so I have finished what I wanted to do. I did my drinking thing, my drink event. See you on one. It's a nice little rehash of that. It was fun. It's a fun little thing to have. Um, I still have the pure fiction to do at some point, but I also wanted to make sure I did my Divergent universe because tomorrow I'm going to be playing more Borderlands 3, trying to beat Eden 6. We'll see how much I can do before uh, Borderlands 4 comes out on Friday. I might I might just beat the main story and do Ava's murder mysteries and then stop and give myself a few days of not playing a Borderlands game just so that I'm prepped and ready because I'm feeling a little burnt out on first person shooters and that's kind of a not a great mentality to go in for that. I don't want to stop now because I haven't done the main, I haven't like I haven't finished the main story run. Um, so I still want to do that. And I heard there's some lore stuff around the Ava murder mysteries thing, so I want to at least get that done as well, and then I can do the DLC again at another time. I don't think any of them mattered that much, and I do remember the basic premise behind all of them. But I might, once I finish Borderlands 4, go back and just quickly blast through those DLC. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.